Hello, pilots, and welcome back to Flight Academy Season 8. You've seen the rules, you've seen the list. Now let's see what the pilots can actually do with the ships on the table. This is Game 1 of Season 8. It's a classic dogfight this time. No crazy scenarios. They come a little bit later. But joining me to talk through this,
we're back at the Academy. James is here. Hello.
Hey James, welcome back. It's been a while since we've had you on. It's great to have you back.
I'm glad you brought me on for Flight Academy though, because these games are always very fun to watch.
Very fun, very quick fire. We smashed through them so quickly. I think at this point, we've done 2 nights and we've got 24 games out of 30 recorded. So we are well into it. We're not going to spoil anything, but we have a good matchup here. We have 2 previous winners. Ben is a 2-time winner, still going for his 3rd. Ned was the winner of Season 6, the last time we did it in store. So will either of these 2 be getting their next trophy? We will have to wait and find out. But obviously, guys, the lists are in the description below, and we've got the list video as well linked in the description if you want to see what the lists are. They are on the side of the screen, but I know it's not your fact.
Very different approaches to this. Like, Ben has gone, okay, I'll do 2 small ships, kind of ace kind of pilots, both 5, which I do like, having 2 pilots of the same initiative.
Yes.
And Ned has gone, I want to fly Boba Fett, and then I guess I've got some points left over.
Yeah, honestly, it was crazy when he suggested it. We were just like, okay. And then when I saw Boba's loadout, I was like, that's very different. You don't have a lot on Boba, but what you do have on Boba is actually quite scary. That Han Solo gunner allows him to get a focus as he engages for the cost of a stress. I'm like, okay, double action economy there is great, but Kylo is going for his first shot.
And it's a good one.
Oh, it's a pretty good one, forcing the spend on that evade. Obviously, we said Boba, crazy. It's still a TIE fighter he's got with him. You can't discount TIE fighters. They have a lot of green dice and can be really annoying, but that's a loose stabilizer straight away, and he's not pointing at the enemy.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the downsides of an Initiative 2 pilot is the opponent goes, oh, you're starting over there, let me just go opposite and charge straight at you for an early shot.
Absolutely.
Which is even easier in this format because, as you can see, we've got some extra stuff around the board edge because we're actually playing on a smaller size. I don't know the exact dimensions.
It is range 1 smaller around each edge. So essentially you're setting up in that range 1 to 2 bubble. So a much smaller board, but we're still with 6 obstacles in the middle. So it is still a bit tight in there. But Kylo has definitely got himself right up the board quick, and that is a scary sight, especially when it's the old silencer model, which I much prefer to the new one. The big chunky boy is just really cool on the board.
Yeah, I don't really foresee the Mining Guild surveyor surveying anything else.
No, I don't think he's long for this world, and that normally I would say that's going to make it really tricky, but again, Boba Fett, 10 health in total, dual arcs, a really good dial, arguably the best medium base ship in the game in the Firespray.
I mean, at the very least, it's in the top 5.
Yeah,
yeah, probably the top.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's got more health than some large base ships. If I remember off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure some large bases only have like 9 health.
So this particular scenario obviously has no scenario objectives, but it is half points, correct?
Yeah, so it's half points in this one. So
I mean,
classic dogfight.
Yeah, I think maybe more so in the other scenarios, but I think Boba could be a good sort of point fortress in this?
Yeah,
Because that's 8 that you can deny an opponent, whilst you're only really going to give up 2.
absolutely. And for instance, if the mining guild goes down and Boba is able to take out, say, Malorus,
Or even half of
That's-
Malorus, then that's
even half, yeah,
equal to losing the mining guild tie.
yeah. Then if he takes out Malorus and somehow maybe half points Kylo, there's no, oh, if I half point, I can draw. You're at a point where you're going, now I need to kill Boba to actually win the game.
And the mining guild tie does not live.
No, poor TIE Fighter, our first casualty of Season 8. I mean, we were joking on the night that Boba isn't the one to be scared of, it is the mining guild. And then maybe took that a little
I
bit
do want to see the mining guild tie like pull off, ideally a kill, but even like just a good bump or something like that would be great
Yeah.
to see. Because as a mining guild tie, does it ignore obstacles or is it? It's
Asteroids
something
only when moving. So it ignores asteroids whilst moving. Debris and gas cloud, it still suffers those. So
Oh, okay. I thought it was just obstacles.
no, that
Okay.
I think would be
Ooh,
very
wow. Those
That's a
green
good
things.
evade. That would make. I mean, I wouldn't think it would still be 2 points if it could basically ignore all obstacles. So that would be very powerful. But even being able to move over asteroids and not suffer the effects is really handy. And Ben is now in. Well, this is an interesting. Oh, there we go. Talon from Kylo.
Okay.
I like that because chances are Boba is going to be moving to the left at this point because he can't fit a one hard over the debris. So he's keeping Kylo's guns in the fight and sort of feeding Boba to Malorus here. And Malorus has still got both his charges for his infinite focus ability.
I mean, if Boba stays there, Kylo can do a predictive shot.
Uh,
I think. Hang on, let me bring up the rules of that predictive shot. After you declare an attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, you can spend a force. If you do, during the roll defense dice step, the defender cannot roll more defense dice than the number of your hits and crits results. So effectively, you could negate the debris cloud.
well, I mean, Boba's only got 2 evades, so it'll be range 3 through a cloud would be good. Oh no, it says hits and crits. I mean, it's an interesting one. We'll see if it goes in, but going for the Boba reroll.
No, doesn't get it.
I wouldn't. He hasn't spent his focus, and I think I agree with that. He's probably going to want to keep that for a really nasty range
I think
one
at the
shot.
moment, at least, he knows he's got the health to survive some hits, and he can potentially dish out a big one into Malorus.
Yeah.
He's done okay with 2. Oh,
Ooh,
there's 2.
nice.
Okay.
So didn't predictive shot there. Probably okay not to do that. But here we go. Range 1 now into Malorus. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh no! I mean, you can reroll 1.
Yeah, he's got the Boba reroll. Oh, and it's into a blank, so it is.
Yeah, the other one got knocked to an eye. So
Yeah.
may as well spend the focus. Yeah.
That is a
That's
little bit
unfortunate
unfortunate.
for lining up the shot. Also, Malorus now has a target lock, I believe, for his fire control.
Yes. Malorus has got his target lock. He has spent, as we said, 1 charge on his infinite focus, which I love about Malorus. Malorus is a great ship. He's 4 points with an amazing ability and a
initiative
huge
5.
loadout. Yeah, initiative 5, huge loadout. He's got 18 points of loadout. So that's how he can fit on a shield upgrade, cluster missiles, and fire control. And I think he had points left over, but he just didn't have any slots left. Ooh, a boost from Kylo, do we reckon here?
I don't know. I don't think you do, because realistically, you're not going to get a shot. And at the moment, you're further away, so you might deny Boba a reroll.
Right. He's just gone for the target lock. And Malor's obviously having to disengage to remove that stress. So, Ned lines this up nicely. It could be... Oh, there we go. He's going to go for the rear shot.
Is Malorus a special forces tie or a regular tie?
Malorus is a regular tie.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I couldn't quite tell if he had a rear arc or not, because that would have been great right now.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that would be really
Who
good.
does have a rear arc? Boba.
Boba Fett. And he's also got Marauder, so he could actually re-roll an attack die out of the rear as well.
I mean, I guess if anything, this build of Boba Fett really wants to just be chased, because if they get in range 1 behind you, you get more rerolls. And that is the shot you wanted last round.
Yeah, when you get a shot like that, you don't need rerolls. Oh, I'm going to spend the evade. So, taking a shield off Malorus there. And again, shield upgrade on a... Yeah, shield upgrade on a tie. Nasty, but love it.
Also, the shield upgrade on something that brings it to an odd number of health, I think, is more beneficial for half points.
Yes, because you've got to get it over the half point. So if it's 5 health, you need to get it down to 2. So
it's what weird thing is that because half points isn't in every scenario, it doesn't always come up, but the maths on that is slightly in your favor.
Yeah, we had that every time we came to one of the scenarios, so Dogfight and Chance Engagement that had half points. There would always be that. So you've got how much health, and I need to get it to what to score half points? Because we had quite a few.
I understand why half points is a thing. Because if you have something like Boba Fett here, and you go, "Oh, I nearly killed it, but I didn't get any points for doing so," that feels bad. But also, the math is going. So hang on, why are we? Am I at half points? Do I need to spend this focus to get half points? What's happening? Sometimes we just want to fly ships around, make pew pew noises, and not have to worry too much about the maths.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a lot of pew pew noises going around, so it was lovely to see. I mean, just think about the dark old days of 1.0 where you only got half points on large base ships.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. So, as I said, half points for this dogfight scenario and the chance engagement. The other two scenarios, scramble and assault, there is no half points. And for dogfight, it is just straight to 10 points because there's no objectives. But the other 3 scenarios is actually up to 13 points. So, because you've got the objective capabilities in there as well. But looks like...
characters are constructed or not.
Yes, they did call me over to have a look. And it's hard to tell them. If I remember rightly, it was not obstructed by the smallest slither. Yeah, unobstructed shot from Kylo into Boba there. Not ideal, but he's got the lock.
I mean, you can... Well, I guess so.
You've got advanced optics as well, so...
True, advanced optics does make it far more consistent, especially when you can use the force on the eyes that you roll.
Yeah. So... I think he's just rereading what he's got to double check it. So,
yes, he is.
There we go. So there's advanced optics, force, 3 hits, nice. Ooh. Slowly but surely whittling that Boba Fett down.
Yeah, I do like advanced optics as an upgrade.
It just adds
some consistency to your attacks, especially if you have a way of getting 2 green tokens, or in this case, green tokens and the force.
Yeah. The force is it was such a great addition in 2nd edition, and it can work really well. It can make some ships very expensive, but the Force can be really good, especially
Yes.
for those ships that can regen it in other ways. Look at
Yeah,
you,
like
Luke
Luke
Skywalker.
or anyone with hate as an upgrade.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of surprised that Kylo doesn't have, actually. That's usually on him. But I kind of like this Brilliant Evasion predictive shot.
I think that Brilliant Evasion is probably a better option because you don't really want to. The moment you start taking damage in a game like this, where it is so quick, I mean, we're 21 minutes in and we're in turn 6. There's so much going on that I think having Kylo's got enough output as it is with advanced optics and the Force to spend on attack that it's good for him to have some defensive capabilities as well there.
Absolutely. From what we've seen from previous Fire Academies, staying alive is more important than dealing out damage.
Yeah.
For the most part, unless you can absolutely nuke something at the start of the game.
I mean, we have seen many aggressive plays where something has come in and just absolutely one-shotted other ships, which is always fun to see if it's not your ship that it's happening to.
But yeah,
But
we're starting to get a little low on the timer now, and we've got quite a lot of shooting to go on this turn, I think.
I mean, this is 2 good shots from Ben here. So we've got a range 1 from Kylo and looks like a range 2 from Malaris. Ned has first refusal on shots here, so he's got to decide where he's going to go.
Yeah,
It looks
I
like
think
he's going
Ben's
to
done
go.
a good job of going, okay, you shot Commander Malaris, I'm going to keep him at a distance and sort of offer up Kylo as a more enticing offer, even though he's at full health.
Obviously, it might be a bit odd for him to take the focus, but he's already locked, so there's no reason not to take the focus.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is actually cluster missiles. So, sorry, this is cluster missiles.
okay.
Going into Kylo first, where the... I think the lock is in Kylo, so this is Kylo first.
Okay. Oh,
I think we're going to have to spend... I mean, Brilliant Evasion is the obvious choice there. 1 Force to change those both and only take 1, saving that focus for attack and a Force if he needs it.
Oh, that's true.
There we go. That's the defensive capabilities we were talking about.
2 Force for the price of 1.
Every time I run Brilliant Evasion, I never roll more than 1 either.
Yeah, I had the same, so I never used it again. But evidently it can work out.
Yeah. Ooh, and this is going into Malaris. Does he spend the focus? Yes, he does. Doesn't pan out though, but does force Malaris to spend his focus. And with Malaris, he needs to actually declare that he's spending his charge at the beginning, at the start of the engagement phase. So he is now without a focus.
It's not necessarily just before he attacks, it's at the start of the whole phase. Okay.
Start of the whole phase, so... But he's got a target lock, so he doesn't need to worry. Kylo, that's not a great shot arrangement, but he's got the lock and the focus and the force.
And the advanced
So advanced optics and the force, spend it all.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's so consistent.
It really is. Oh,
I mean, he gets 1 reroll, but I think that's going to be half points.
Oh, that's easily half points. That's 3 points through of damage.
You know what? I really like this build on Kylo. Advanced optics on him is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the sort of thing I like about Rey and the Falcon is like you've got just enough mods that you can guarantee probably 3 hits.
Oh, and here's another 3 coming in. Oh, it's a blank out Boba Fett.
It's a shot from far off from Malaris.
From downtown, Malaris takes Boba Fett
just
out
before the timer as well,
scoring the full 10 points. And in this league, that means Ben is going to get 3 points for the win, 1 point for each ship killed. So he's starting off 5 points to the good in game one, I mean, that was pretty brutal.
Some good flying though to kick off Flight Academy.
Absolutely. I mean, both players flew absolutely brilliantly there. I thought Boba was doing a good job keeping his guns on. Unfortunate about the Mining Guild getting the loose stabilizer and sort of leaving him in an awkward position.
Yeah, also the kind of whiffed shot from Boba early where he had the range one on Malorus, like that was just disappointing. But I think Malorus would have still survived. He may have got half points.
Yeah, true.
But I don't.
It's a dice game.
In the end. But yeah, well done to both players.
Very well done, both players. And James, thank you very much for joining us for game one.
Thank you for having me.
And guys, game one of 30, we have plenty more action to come. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.